Dangerous reptiles in Iowa? Crocodiles lurking in American farmland? Wild boars storming cities in South Korea? What sounds like scenes from a survival thriller are, in fact, today's reality. From floods unleashing predators into unsuspecting towns to invasive species overrunning crops and communities, humanity is facing an escalating battle against nature's most formidable creatures. Loudspeaker, stay with us until the end, because this isn't just a story of survival, it's a story of coexistence, conflict, and control. And remember, like, share, and comment your thoughts below, because your voice might help shape the future of wildlife management. Iowa's unexpected reptile crisis. Narrator. Iowa. Known for its endless rolling plains, golden cornfields, and hard-working farmers. But hidden in barns, lurking by rivers, and even appearing on family farms, reptiles are becoming an unexpected threat. Not crocodiles at first. No. These dangers come slithering in the form of snakes, aggressive, invasive, and often dangerous to livestock. Farmers report surprise encounters in grain storage, bites to pets, and destroyed crops. In some cases, medical bills for snakebite treatment soar into the hundreds, leaving families shaken and communities on edge. Musical note: music turns darker. But the story doesn't stop with snakes. Because Iowa also holds a surprising secret: crocodile farms. Yes, you heard that right. Massive facilities raising crocodiles for leather and meat, hidden in America's agricultural heartland. Floods unleash Iowa's crocodiles. Narrator. In June 2024, disaster struck. A historic flood surged across the Midwest, tearing through levees and farm infrastructure. And when the waters rose, cages broke. Hundreds of crocodiles escaped into rivers, lakes, and even residential neighborhoods. Musical note: intense music builds. Early reports were chilling. Families out on a boat ride at Zavo Lake suddenly found themselves ambushed by crocodiles. Oars turned into weapons of survival as residents barely escaped to shore. Days later, more attacks surfaced. Crocodiles in backyards. Pets snatched from riverbanks. Entire towns gripped by fear. Property damage? Officially, just $30 reported. But the real cost? Trauma. Fear. Sleepless nights. And one haunting question: could this have been prevented? Loudspeaker, if you think crocodile safety should be Iowa's top priority, drop a 1 in the comments. State regulations and wildlife management. Narrator. As panic grew, Iowa's government moved fast. In partnership with the Iowa Wildlife Conservation Foundation, officials launched one of the strictest wildlife management strategies in the country. Real-time tracking systems were deployed to monitor crocodile movements. Controlled hunting zones were established near the Des Moines River and Zavo Lake. Financial incentives were introduced for farmers assisting with crocodile reports. But hunting crocodiles isn't open season. Hunters must pass rigorous tests, earn permits, and follow every safety protocol. Only licensed professionals with insurance and background checks are allowed in the field. Break the rules? Fines up to $500, license revoked, even jail time. Loudspeaker, if you think strict regulation is the only way forward, drop a yes in the comments. The hunters on the front line. Narrator. By late 2024, Iowa's crocodile population had dropped from 4,500 to just over 3,200. This wasn't luck. It was the result of skilled hunters risking their lives in swamps and rivers. Musical note: music shifts to heroic. These men and women spend 8 to 12 hours per hunt, tracking crocodiles with GPS, drones, and radios. Armed with .308 Winchester rifles or 12-gauge shotguns, they aim for humane kills, targeting vital organs for quick ends. But the risks? Immense. One mistake in murky waters, one wrong step near a crocodile's jaws, and a hunter's mission can end in tragedy. Loudspeaker, if you respect the courage of these hunters, drop a T in the comments to show support. The ethics of hunting and trapping. Narrator. But as crocodiles are hunted, another debate emerges. Trapping. Wildlife officials call it essential for invasive species management. Animal rights groups call it cruel and outdated. Spring traps. Iron cages. Leg hold devices. Each sparks controversy. Supporters argue these tools protect farms and neighborhoods. Critics fear stress, injuries, and a slippery slope toward black market crocodile skins. So the question remains, are we protecting communities, or crossing ethical lines? Loudspeaker, if you support trapping as necessary, drop a T. If you believe humane alternatives matter more, comment H below. Beyond Iowa, the global wildlife battle. Musical note, transition music, global perspective. Narrator. Iowa's crocodile crisis may sound extraordinary. But across the globe, nations are fighting their own battles with dangerous and invasive wildlife. South Korea's wild boar invasion. In South Korea, wild boars are more than a nuisance. They are a national emergency. In 2024 alone, boars caused $250 million in agricultural damage, ripping through rice paddies, tearing fences, and destroying months of work in a single night. But the crisis didn't stop at the farm. By September, wild boars were storming Seoul and Busan, shattering gardens, wrecking businesses, and even charging through subway stations. An additional $40 million in urban damages was reported. Hunting became not tradition, but survival. Government response. The South Korean government launched large-scale hunts, deploying thousands of hunters. But by December, over 60 hunters were severely injured in boar attacks, costing $8 million in medical bills. Experts blamed weak training and poor oversight. Hunters were underprepared. And when undertrained humans face territorial animals, the results are catastrophic. Loudspeaker, if you believe hunter safety must come first, drop AT in the comments. Humane alternatives. To reduce risk, South Korea deployed spring traps and even non-lethal humane traps. In provinces like Gyeonggi and Cheongjeong, these methods slashed boar numbers from 8,000 to just 2,500 in a single year. Farmers saw crop yields rise, incomes improve, and communities thrive. This proves one thing: smart, humane strategies can work. But scaling them across a nation takes funding, patience, and public support. Loudspeaker, if you support humane trapping, drop an H in the comments. Other predator conflicts. Narrator. But wild boars aren't the only problem. Mountain lions in the U.S., with 30,000 roaming across western states, they kill 800 to 1,000 livestock annually, costing farmers up to $7 million. Attacks on humans remain rare but rising, with one fatality per year nationwide. Monitor lizards in Asia. Some species reach 10 feet long, invading villages, stealing chickens, tearing through gardens, even attacking pets. Their numbers are booming, forcing hunters into action. Monkeys in Texas. Escaped snow monkeys and other primates cause chaos, damaging homes, raiding crops, and spiking costs into the millions. Across continents, the story is the same. Human development meets wild predators, and conflict ignites. The future of wildlife management. Narrator. The big question is this: can we truly balance safety, survival, and respect for nature? From Iowa's crocodile floods to South Korea's boar crisis, one truth emerges: wildlife management is no longer optional. It's essential. Whether through regulated hunting, humane trapping, or sustainable farming, communities must adapt. Hunters, scientists, farmers, and families all play a role in shaping how we coexist with nature's fiercest creatures. Musical note: music swells to climax. Because in the end, this isn't just hunting. This is survival. This is about protecting our homes, our crops, our families, and our future. Narrator. So, which predator shocked you the most? Was it Iowa's unleashed crocodiles? South Korea's unstoppable wild boars? Or the silent rise of mountain lions and monitor lizards? Drop your thoughts below. Comment your number, your letter, your opinion. Every voice matters. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to Vendor&Wildlife for more thrilling stories from the wild frontiers of our world. Until next time, stay aware, stay inspired, and above all, stay vigilant.